In this short video, I'll look at how to improve or modify the design of a database form in Microsoft Access. And in particular, I'll look at how to change the fill color of the background, how to reposition elements and format any text, and also how to add special things called command buttons. So if you've created a database form using the form wizard, you've probably ended up with something like this. And for my performance car database example, I've already included a few pictures. But here's a form I've modified a little, and I've just tried to improve the layout. It functions in exactly the same way, but I just think it's a bit nicer to look at. So how did I do this? Well, if I make the changes to this form, then I'll go to the Home tab, click on the View button, and change to Design View, the one with the pencil and the ruler. Now, this isn't a very nice way to look at it, but this grid just allows you to lay things out. So the first thing I'll do is change the header. I'm not going to use the label that it gives me, so I'm going to right click on that and choose to delete it. I'm also going to change the background to white by right clicking, choosing a fill or back color of white, but you could choose any color you like from there. And then with the snipping tool, I've got this graphic text. I actually created this at cooltext.com and then snipped it with the snipping tool. And if I choose copy there, go back to Access, right click and paste. And it's put my graphic in, but it's also made this form header much longer or taller than I would like it to be. So I'm just going to click the top of this grey bar to drag it back to a sensible size. Okay, so that's how to change the background colour of something. Now let's look at repositioning some of the things on the form. And I'm just going to fold this element up on the left hand side so I can see more of what I'm doing. Well, the name of the car, or sorry, that's the manufacturer, doesn't need to be quite so big, so I'll make that smaller by dragging the corners. And the logo, the manufacturer logo, can be a bit smaller too. And actually it's self-explanatory. I don't really need this label here, so I'll click on it and choose to delete it. And actually I'll probably do the same with the label for the name. Let's take a quick look at how we're doing by changing the view back to Form View. And already you can see the graphic header and that I've taken these labels away and resized these boxes. So let's make a couple more changes. I said I'd also show you how to change the formatting of text and how to put these command buttons in. So I'll just move this stuff out of the way. Get rid of the word picture. And I can shortcut this by pressing the delete key on my keyboard. And then maybe make the picture a bit bigger. And then we'll put the model of the car underneath the picture. And again, I don't really need the model name label, just the box for the model name itself. So if I make sure I selected that, so it's got an orange box, I can then go up to the top of the screen and choose the Format tab, where I'll get the same sort of font controls you get in other Office programs. So I'll stick with Calibri as the font, but I'll change it to size 14. Actually, I might even go bigger than that. I'll go 18. I'll center align it, make it bold and italic and red, and then go to the Home tab to have a look at what that's done. There you go, that looks really good. So the last thing is, how do I put these special command buttons to allow me to go forwards and backwards through the cars in the database, or to print, or to do a whole host of other things? Well, again, back to Design View, and then the buttons are under the Design tab. You can actually put labels and a few other things as well that you're welcome to explore, but buttons are quite easy. Because you just draw where you'd like your button and then you get a button wizard. There are loads of different options or actions for the buttons, but I'm going to stick with record navigation here. I'll have a left button that goes to the previous car. I can choose a picture and I can browse for my own, or I can have text. So I'll try text on this example and then give it a sensible name. Command 16 isn't very sensible, so I'll call it previous. Press finish, and there we go. I might also resize it. There we go, and we'll do one more button just to demonstrate how this works. If I do go to next record, choose the text of next record, give this a sensible name like next, press finish, resize, and then if I switch this back to form view, I can go through the different cars with my buttons. And that's how to improve the design of a database form.